Hello, guys, and welcome to TPW Talking Pro Wrestling. And I am going to talk about my predictions for AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door event. Now, this is going to be a big event because it's the first time ever that AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling are going to be working together to build a big event like this, and it's in the United Center in Chicago. And I agree with some of the people that have said that they could have made the venue bigger because, as Adam Cole said, it's two of pro wrestling's biggest powerhouses coming together to make something special. And the fact that it's in the United Center is was confusing to me, but at the same time I get it because they didn't want to sell 50,000 tickets and not have enough people go to it, Yeah, you got to consider that too. I was just giving an example. I'm not actually saying much, but anyway, I'm going to start with the buy-in, which has 3 matches, which is very awesome because most of the AEW pay-per-views only have 1, like Double or Nothing did. So I'm going to start off with Swerve and Our Glory, also Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado. These two are going to put on a great matchup because Suzuki-gun, of course, one of the big New Japan factions. I shouldn't say the greatest, but one of the big New Japan factions. And then there's Swerve and Our Glory, who's been very, very good in tag team action. They're both good as singles stars, too. So this is going to be a great buy-in match. I think the winners are going to be Swerve and Our Glory for this. But I could see this going either way. I really could. But, I mean, Swerve and Our Glory had a big build-up and all that other stuff going on. Swerve and Our Glory having a huge storyline right now where, Swerve Strickland, he eliminated Keith Lee, and presumably from many people were saying, he was turning heel, but then he was like, this is okay, let's try to become tag team champions again. So that was interesting. So this storyline is going to be big, and they both want to prove that they're still a worthy tag team. So that's why I think it makes sense Swerve and Our Glory gets the victory in this tag team match. And then we've got another tag team match as Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto goes on to take on 2 members of the Factory, Aaron Solo and QT Marshall. I was very surprised to see Aaron Solo in the matchup. I'm not really surprised with QT Marshall because I've been told that he's been working under New Japan Strong while working on AEW Dark Elevation and Dark. I watch Elevation, I watch Dark. I only watch Strong sometimes, but yeah, maybe I'll start doing Strong predictions and actually start watching New Japan Strong. Let me know what you think. But anyway, I think that Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto are going to win this tag match against QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. It kind of sucks for Hiroki because he took on Hiroshi Tanahashi at Dominion to try and go for the interim AEW World Championship. But then he loses, and then later on he gets put in the buy-in. So I feel bad for him, but I'm sure he's going to put on a good match against QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. I love QT Marshall's in-ring work. I love Aaron Solo's in-ring work. I just don't think they're going to win, but I don't know. I also could see this going either way, but very unlikely for me. And then we have the 4-on-4 tag team match, still in the buy-in. The Ass-Claimed, also known as Max Caster and Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn. They will take on the LA Dojo, Yuya Uemura, Alex Coughlin, Kevin Knight, and the DKC. This is a big 8-man tag team match that was announced. I'm very excited. I love the Ass-Claimed. It's a great faction. It's really funny too. I like where the Gun Club, Billy Ass's sons, they do the city names wrong, and then so when they were in but Ontario, one of them was like San Jose, and then the other one was like San Diego. Then Anthony Bowens is just like, no, you got it all wrong. Ontario! That just cracks me up. Great faction. Great faction. And then, scissor me, daddy ass! And then, after the Acclaimed have arrived, it's a great faction. But anyway, my prediction here, the Ass-Claimed wins this. I don't see the LA Dojo getting any sort of victory here. But they are getting they're getting some matches, some sort of matchup, and that's good, as most of them are very young and hungry in the professional wrestling business. So, yeah, I'm very, very glad to see that they're getting something out of it. And the DKC took on Hook in singles action, so it's good. It's good what's going on here. I agree with what is happening here. But now I am going to talk about the actual Forbidden Door card after this. Alright, I'm back, and now let's talk about the entire show as itself. First of all, I'm going to talk about the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, and El Phantasmo in trios tag team action against the Dudes with Attitudes, also known as Darby Allin, Sting, and Shingo Takagi. Now, I really enjoy Shingo Takagi's work. I've seen some incredible matches from him. I love Darby Allin and Sting as a tag team. This is going to be a great match against the Young Bucks and El Phantasmo. I have not seen El Phantasmo in action. I hear he's good, and this is apparently a Bullet Club reunion, as the Young Bucks are working as members of the Bullet Club for the last time, I guess. I doubt that, but we'll see what happens. But I guess the Young Bucks are the elite, the undisputed elite right now. We'll see what happens. But this trios tag team match is going to be great. I'm very excited for it. My prediction here is that Bullet Club wins this trios tag match. Just mainly because it's a reunion for the Bullet Club. But it really could go either way. It really could. I'm very excited to watch this matchup. To be fair, though, this is my first predictions video. Well, episode, I should say. So, I might get most of these wrong. But I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of the fun of the predictions stuff, though, because I get some wrong and I get some right. That's how it works. And now we have the 8-man tag team match as JAS, or Jericho Appreciation Society, and members of Suzuki-gun will tag together. And these 4 members being Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara. Oh wait, this is a trios tag match. My bad. It's Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki, the leader of the Suzuki-gun. Minoru Suzuki is, and Jericho, the leader of the Jericho Appreciation Society. They'll take on Eddie Kingston, Shota Umino, and Wheeler Yuta. And the winner gets what is the one-man advantage at AEW Blood and Guts. And basically what that means is, since the double cage match runs like a War Games style bout, one man will be granted a 2-on-1 advantage when their team member enters at the first interval. So, whatever happens there is going to be very interesting for Blood and Guts. I think this is a great stipulation because this adds even further to the Blood and Guts matchup. And it's not just going to be random, and that's even better. The winners, I think, here are going to be the Jericho Appreciation Societies, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and the leader of Suzuki-gun, Minoru Suzuki. Just because I think the heels should be the ones to get the advantage for the Blood and Guts event. And it's going to be great. I'm very excited for Blood and Guts. And they're debuting in Detroit, which is even bigger. Yeah. Lots of crazy stuff's going to happen. Very excited. But now, coming up next is Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Bryan Danielson's replacement. I've gotten a few things from a couple of people telling me who the mystery opponent's going to be. I am going to predict who will be the mystery entrant, but not yet. Because you see, Bryan Danielson, for those who don't know, Bryan Danielson came out on AEW Dynamite and said he could not compete for his match with Zack Sabre Jr., and he could not compete in the Blood and Guts match. So he said that there will be someone that will replace him for his matchup with Zack Sabre Jr. and for the Blood and Guts event. So, what basically is happening here is whoever shows up to fight Zack Sabre Jr. will be fighting at Blood and Guts as well to tag team with the Blackpool Combat Club. So now I'm going to predict who exactly the mystery opponent is going to be. And I really think it is going to be Claudio Castagnoli or Cesaro. And my reasoning behind this is because it's just it's inevitable that he comes sooner than later. He'll be a great addition to the AEW roster. And I think he fits well within the Blackpool Combat Club. He's got a very interesting side within pro wrestling. He is, from what I've seen, he is he can be very violent, and showing his skills as a member of the Blackpool Combat Club would be pretty amazing to see. But some people have been saying that it's Johnny Gargano or that it's Chris Hero or a far stretch, but some people have been saying it'll also be Bray Wyatt. And Johnny Gargano, I get why some people are saying that it'll be him, but I really think it's going to be Claudio Castagnoli or Cesaro who shows up to take on Zack Sabre Jr. and who will show up for Blood and Guts. So now who's going to win? Well, Tony Khan promised us a dream match, to say the least, for this matchup. And Bryan Danielson promised us that it would be one of the greatest technical matchups that we have seen in a long time. And I don't know. I really don't know. This could really go either way for the mystery opponent, whoever shows up. Who's going to kick down the forbidden door and fight Zack Sabre Jr.? That's the big question. And whoever shows up at Forbidden Door is going to have a heck of a time going down to try and beat Zack Sabre Jr. So, I think for this one, ZSJ gets the win. I think that's, in my opinion, the only logical reason. If Claudio Castagnoli is coming out to show up at the Forbidden Door, making his debut, they'll have a great match. I can see that. Claudio will show what he can do, but Zack Sabre Jr. needs to win this matchup, in my opinion, because if he doesn't, then what's the point? Like, this is the technical matchup, and Zack Sabre Jr. is an incredible technical wrestler. And whoever shows up at the door is most likely going to be he's going to be big. It's going to be big. I'm very excited, but Zack Sabre Jr. needs to get the win, and he needs to show why he says he's the greatest. So that way he can set up his potential matchup with Bryan Danielson. That's why ZSJ should get this win. But now let's go to the winner takes all match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Championships and the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Okay, so the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions are two members of United Empire, Jeff Cobb and Great Khan. And then the Ring of Honor Tag Champs are FTR, and they will take on Roppongi Vice as well. So it'll be Jeff Cobb, Great Khan versus FTR versus Roppongi Vice. A big triple threat tag team matchup here. I don't see Roppongi Vice getting the victory. I predict FTR gets the win. They want the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, and I think it's only logical for FTR to get the win. They're trying to prove that they're the greatest tag team in the world, and so far they have, and they want to do that without cheating. So I think FTR should get this win. really think they should. They should become the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and they should not lose the ROH Tag Team Championships. And now we have the AEW All-Atlantic Championship match, the Fatal 4-Way. Unfortunately, Tomohiro Ishii will not be a part of it. He got injured. So Clark Connors, a member of New Japan Strong, also the man he lost to Tomohiro Ishii, will be replacing him instead. And he'll take on, it'll be Clark Connors versus Malachi Black versus Miro versus Pac. And I don't really know about the New Japan side of all the things, but within AEW, it's going to show, they're going to have a big match. Miro's trying to redeem himself. Pac having a big rivalry with Malachi Black. I'm sure Malachi and Pac are probably going to be fighting each other like for most of the matchup because of the rivalry they have. But it's going to be a great fatal 4-way matchup. I'm very excited to find out who's going to become the inaugural All-Atlantic champion. And my prediction here, not Miro, not Clark Connors, not Pac, but in fact, Malachi Black. Okay, so listen here. Before you get mad or go in the comments and be like, no, Malachi Black shouldn't win. It should be Pac. It should be Miro. It should be Clark Connors. I don't know. Before you complain, let me speak, okay? I think the reason why Malachi Black should win this is because he already is such a decorated wrestler. The House of Black, in my opinion, needs a champion. And Malachi Black, being that champion, could be great. It could be a big draw. Plus, with the rivalry Pac has with Malachi Black, Pac could be the first to challenge Malachi Black, and maybe even take the title away from Malachi. It could be something big. I mean, I don't know. It could go the other way around too. I don't really care. I really don't care who wins this. I think I just really predict it's Malachi Black. And now we have the IWGP United States Championship match. Will Ospreay, the champion, will go against Orange Cassidy. And I really don't... I'm very excited for this matchup. Will Ospreay is an amazing wrestler. So is Orange Cassidy. Both of these two are very impressive. It's going to be a great matchup. Prediction here, Will Ospreay retains. Number one, he he just gained the United States title at Dominion. I mean, I know that the United States Championship has been changed a lot. I know that it's been going on within New Japan lately. But Will Ospreay could be a great United States champion. He could have many great title defenses. It would be cool to see Orange Cassidy be the United States champion. However, Will Ospreay can have a very awesome reign that is memorable, in my opinion. So that's why I predict Will Ospreay retains the United States title. And now it's time for the AEW Women's World Championship match. Thunder Rosa, the champion, defending against Toni Storm. Now, this match really could go either way. I'm very excited for both of these women to go one-on-one. It's going to be big. And I get why they did this. And I also understand that Thunder Rosa is fighting Taya Valkyrie within AAA. I also understand that Thunder Rosa is traveling to across different promotions. I also understand that Toni Storm is a big draw currently within AEW. So it really could go either way. But my prediction here, Thunder Rosa retains the women's championship. I have two reasons for that. Number one, she could be a great defending champion, even with traveling to other promotions. Cross promotion, that's what we need. She defends her championship in AAA. That's going to be big. If she defends her championship at Impact, which I doubt, but it could happen. And defending it at a whole bunch of different promotions, MLW maybe. Again, I doubt it, but it's possible. The Forbidden Door is a big deal. And having these cross-promotion things can have AEW fans want to watch from other companies do these world championship matches from other companies. It's a big deal. And and then my second reasoning behind this, well, I guess I kind of said two of my reasons at the same time: cross promotion, and she can be a great reigning champion. I know a lot of people haven't really liked her title reign so far, but I think she can do some pretty impressive stuff. And I think she can really surprise some of you. She's had some pretty good moments. Her match with Serena D was pretty good. Her match with Marina Shafir, I think that match is underrated. I don't think it was great, but I think that there isn't enough credit given in that matchup. And her title defense with Toni Storm could be something big to see. So that's why I think Thunder Rosa is going to retain. And then we have the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match, another fatal four-way match. Jay White, the champion, versus Adam Cole versus Hangman Adam Page versus Kazuchika Okada. I knew Okada was going to be in the Forbidden Door, even if he wasn't champion. I knew he was going to fight. I know he was fighting Jay White, and I know he had the championship before Dominion. Jay White won the title at Dominion. Lots of title changes happened at Dominion from what I've heard and from what I've seen. But yeah, I knew Okada was going to be in it somehow and in some way. Some people were like, oh no, Kazuchika lost it. That means he's not going to be in it. And I was like, that does not always mean anything. I think Kazuchika still has a chance to be at the Forbidden Door event. And look what happened. Wednesday night on Dynamite, he showed up. I saw that coming. I was excited and I was ready, but I saw it coming. But still, I still blew the roof off. But anyway, my prediction for this matchup, Jay White retains. He just became champion, and after Dominion, he said he has a new era, and it's Switchblade era. Bullet Club is on a roll right now, and Jay White just became champion, and having a champion leading for the Bullet Club and all that other good stuff going on within Jay White, I think, and plus being in the G1 as well, I think they want him to keep the championship while he's in the G1 at least. So that way they give a good matchup against Jay White. I would like to see Hangman win the title. It would be very amazing to see him win the title. Thing is, though, I don't think he is okay with. I think traveling to Japan and the United States a bunch during the summer is not going to be fun for Hangman. So he'd either have to make a huge sacrifice, or he just would have some trouble getting to both different countries with long airplane flights and other things like that. So, but yeah, Jay White should retain the championship, and that's it. That's all I should say. And now the interim AEW World Championship match. This is going to be big. I'm ready for this. I'm very excited. Hiroshi, Tanahashi, and Jon Moxley go one-on-one. Finally, Jon Moxley's been wanting Hiroshi in the ring with him for so long now, and it's finally gonna happen. This is great. This is amazing. And if you guys don't know, which you probably do, but if you don't, CM Punk beat Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship at Double or Nothing. And CM Punk got injured. He announced it on an episode of Dynamite, I think. It was either Dynamite or Rampage. It was Rampage. He announced it on an episode of Rampage that he was hurt and that he'll be able to still be champion, but someone is going to have to be the interim champion. So then they had the Battle Royale, and whoever won that had to fight Jon Moxley in the main event literally like an hour later. I thought that was stupid, but whatever. Hiroshi was still going to be in the matchup. Hiroshi was going one-on-one with Hiroki Goto back at Dominion, and Tanahashi won that. So now he gets to take on Jon Moxley, which Moxley's been wanting. And I think the prediction here, Jon Moxley becomes interim AEW World Champion. Don't get me wrong, Hiroshi would be a great interim AEW World Champion. Problem is, he's in the G1. But then they could have that unification, and then they could have the matchup that they were originally planning. But maybe they'll still have that sometime in the future, maybe at All Out or something like that. But we'll see what happens. But I think John's going to win it. He'll be a great interim world champion. In my opinion, at least. I think he will be anyway. It's going to be big. I'm very excited for Jon Moxley. I'm very excited for Hiroshi Tanahashi. So it's going to be big. Thank you, everyone, for listening to my predictions for AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door event. This is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you all.